This is Coach Cox, and this is my short presentation on the 521 stack swarm defense. Me and my son, Travis Cox, started developing the 521 defense 4 years ago while he was my defensive coordinator. I was a high school head coach for 22 years in California. Since retired, I am now an assistant to my son, Travis Cox, who is a defensive coordinator at El Dorado High School in Northern California, where we have implemented and installed the 521 defense. If at the end of the presentation anybody wants any information on the 521, they can contact me at the email listed on the slide. Here's a traditional 3-3 or 3-5 stack defense. 2 defensive ends, a nose, 3 stack linebackers, 2 inside backers and a middle linebacker, and 2 outside linebackers. Some people call them inverts or spurs. We call them strong safeties, and that's how we use them. 2 cornerbacks and a free safety make up this 3-3 stack. Now the difference between this traditional look and my look is that we don't put names to the linebackers. We give them numbers. The 521 stack swarm defense is basically a 3-3 or 3-5 stack defense. The major difference is our linebackers have numbers instead of names, and that's how we call our stunt game. Both our outside backers are 5, both our inside stack backers are 2, and our middle linebacker is 1. If you look at our defense from left to right, the outside backer 5, the inside stack backer 2, and the middle backer 1, 521. If you look at the defense from right to left, it's 521. That's basically where we got the name of the defense. We also feel that it's very important to have your 4 best athletes at both 5s, number 1, and your free safety. We feel that our 521 stack defense is really a simplified approach to the 3-3 stack. It is based on 5-2 principles with an extra linebacker. It is also based on gap control. Our linebackers have numbers, and that is how we call our stunt game. We run 5 basic packages out of our base, and we run 2 basic coverages, which we can run with any call. A cover 1 free, and a cover 3, which is pure zone. We also run a combo coverage where we run cover 1 and cover 3 at the same time. We can also run cover 1 or cover 3 in our 52-25 package, which is an automatic call. We do run a cover 4 in our slide package if needed. Our coverages are based on our stunts. The 521 is based on a 2 stunt call with cover 3. 2 key points. 1, we never flip-flop our players, and 2, our number 5s never ever cover a tight end man. There are 5 basic fronts in our 521 package. The 521 base is the key to our defense. From base we run rip and Liz, X, pinch, and tilt. All other packages stem from our base defense. We run a bear, an ace, a bubble, and a slide, which both are 40 fronts. And we also run a 52-25 defense, which is a complete defensive package in itself based off the 521 with built-in automatic stunts. Now today we're going to focus on just a couple of the packages. I'm going to give you a brief look at our 521 bear and our 521 bubble. Now here's our 521 base. Our defensive ends are head up on the offensive tackles, and they both have C gap. Our nose is head up on the center, and he has left side A gap. Now if we want him to go to the right, we just make a red call. Our middle linebacker is stacked 2 to 3 yards off the nose. He has right A gap. Now the reason he has right A gap is, my opinion is real simple. Most teams do not have a weak side A gap attack that is that strong. Therefore, it allows him a little more freedom in playing from tackle to tackle. Our number 2 is inside backers, stacked 1 to 2 yards off the defensive ends. They both have B gaps, and they are heels to toes in number 1. Our 5s, which are our inverts, and they are really strong safeties in our defense, they have D gap contained. If they have a tight end to their side of the field, they are 2 by 2 off the line of scrimmage. Unless the other team has a good running attack or it's short yardage, we'll move him up on the line of scrimmage. Our weak side number 5 plays 4 by 4 outside the offensive tackle. Our corners are 5 to 7 yards off the widest receiver inside shade. And our free safety, 10 to 12 yards inside the goalpost, over the offensive guard to the two receivers' side. Calling the 5-21 defense. We never huddle in this defense, and we never flip-flop our players, so we are never affected by a no-huddle team. When we signal, we give the defense 1, a number. It tells which linebackers are stunning. 2, a front call. It tells our defense their alignment and gap responsibility. And 3, a color. Tells our defense the coverage. Example, 22 bear black, or bear 22 black. Both number 2 stunt the C gaps. Our alignment is bear, our coverage is black. Calling stunts in the 5-21. We call all our stunts from left to right. The first number we call is left side, the second number is right side. We use a 1, 2, or 3-digit number to call stunts with our 5 linebackers. We normally only stunt 1 linebacker from each side, as you will see in the examples. If we stunt 3 linebackers, number 1 is included in the stunt. 5-12, 2-12, 5-15 are examples of a 3-stunt call. 22, 52, 12, 15. Those are examples of a 2-stunt call. And of course, 50, 10, 02 are 1-stunt calls. We do have a special 4-stunt call. 52, 25 are auto. The first 2 numbers are left side. The second 2 numbers are right side, which is really our auto call. 2 to 4 linebackers will automatically stunt according to the offensive set we see. We feel that the 5-21 defense is primarily a 2-stunt call, cover 3 defense. Good pressure defense with good pass coverage, rush 5, drop 6 in the coverage. These are examples of some of our 2-stunt calls. 22 bear, bear front, both 2s are blitz and C gaps. 55X, we'll run an X front, both 5 are stunning down from D gaps. 52 rip, we run a rip call, the left side 5 is stunning down from a D gap, the right side number 2 is stunning a C gap. Here's a look at our 52 rip call install. Our defensive line slants to the right, the left side number 5 stunts off the edge, and the right side number 2 stunts through the B gap. Here's another look at our 52 rip call install. Defensive line going to the right, left side 5 stunning off the edge, right side number 2 coming through the B gap. The 5-21 bear call, with video clips to follow. Many coaches out there run a bear front. I ran it years ago and it was based on Buddy Ryan's old 46 bear. We have incorporated phases of the bear into our 5-21 package. Although we use it primarily against spread doubles teams, we also found that we can effectively use it against tight end sets as well. This is an example of one of our bear calls versus doubles. We call it 22 bear, and we'll run a cover 3 or cover 1 behind it. Nose, head up, left A gap contain. Defensive ends, align outside shoulders of guards, attack outside shoulder of the guards, B gap contain, push outward. Number 5s, 4x4 yards outside the OT, or inside shoulder of number 2 wide receiver D gap contain. Number 2s, you line head up on the tight end or where the tight end would be. 2 to 3 yards off the line of scrimmage with no tight end. You have C gap contain. Your stun is delayed to a tight end side. If the tight end steps down, you go off his hip. If the tight end steps out, you attack through the C gap. Number 1, normal alignment in your stack. You got a free shot up the middle, especially on a 10 call. We think the bear is a great call versus a doubles or a spread team. This is an example of our 22 bear install versus a tight end set. Our defensive line will stem to bear on first sound. Both number 2s will move on the line of scrimmage and stunt the C gaps. The left side number 2, head up on the tight end, plays off the tight end, C gap responsibility. Here's another look at our 22 bear install. Stemming to the bear on the first sound versus a tight end set. Left side number 2 comes up, head up on the tight end, C gap. Right side number 2 is coming off the edge to the right. Here's a look at our 52 bear install. Number 5 comes off the edge to the left to the one receiver side. Number 2 comes off the edge to the right side. Our number 2 though is a little bit deep on his penetration on that stunt. Here's a look at the same 52 bear install. 5 to the left coming off the edge to one receiver side, and number 2 to the right coming off the edge. The 521 bubble call with video clips to follow. We don't have any team that runs our bubble. Our defensive ends align, head up on the guards, and go with the bubble call, right or left. Our nose aligns off the center and attacks the B gap away from the bubble call. We feel it is very good against the run and the pass. This is an example of our 521 bubble. We call it 22 bubble right. We will run a cover 3 or a cover 1 behind it. As you can see, our defensive ends are head up. They both attack the first gap to the right. They go with the bubble call. The nose is head up on the center, a yard to 2 yards off the ball, a very low 2-point stance. You attack left B gap away from the bubble call. Outside shoulder of the offensive tackle. Number 1, we stag him 3 yards off the center, 1 yard behind the nose. Right A gap to flow. The 2s, we put you right on the line of scrimmage, head up on the tight end or where the tight end would be. You got C gaps on your stunts. 5s, D gaps, 2x2 outside the tight end, 4x4 outside the offensive tackle, inside shade of the number 2 wide receiver. Corners, 5 to 7 off wide receiver, inside shade, and free safety, 10 to 12 yards off inside the goalposts, all over the offensive guard of the 2 receiver side. Here's a look at our 22 bubble right install. We will stem the bubble on the first sound. Our nose goes left or away from the bubble call. Both 2s will come up in a line on the line of scrimmage and stunt off the edge. If you'll notice on this, our left side number 2 is a little bit slow getting up to the edge, and the right side number 2 attacks a little bit too wide on the perimeter. Here's another look at our 22 bubble right install. As you'll notice, both the number 2s are a little bit slow getting up to the line of scrimmage, off the stem. You'll also notice that our right side number 2, when he comes off the edge, plays the perimeter a little bit wide. It's great because our number 1 can flow underneath, but we're still a little bit too wide when we attack this playoff tackle. This has been a short presentation on the 521 defense, and a quick look at some of the things we do with the bear and bubble package. If you're interested in anything we do in the 521 defense, you can contact me at the email I listed on the slide. Thanks very much.